Hi everyone, thanks for joining me again this evening. Kim again. If you haven't watched yesterday's video, please do this, as I'm not going to be covering what I did yesterday. I'm not going to be introducing EFT to you or going over that. So I'm just going to get on with the tapping this time. And remember, it's not enough to just sort of like tap along with the videos just as we go in here. It's really important that you do some tapping at least a few times a day in order to really sort of see that difference. Again, follow along with me, tap along with me, repeat after me. I'm just going to leave a blank this time, so you can echo me as we're going along. Remember to use your own words if they seem more relevant, and remember to listen out for any protests or objections. Feel free to do some comments or questions as we go along, and I can address those. So, just to remind you of the tapping sequence, we start off with the karate chop point. And that's the fleshy underside of the hand. Then we go to the top of the head, the start of the eyebrow, just where the eyebrow starts. Hi Claire, oh it's great that you're joining. So we're at the side of the eye, and then under the eye, just where the bony part is, just under the eye, under the nose, just sort of like on the ridge, just under the nose, on top of the lip. Under the mouth, just on the point, there's just a ridge there, just under the mouth and on top of the chin there. And then the collarbone point, if you just slap along the collarbone point. And again, under the arm, so where your bra strap is. And then we have the fingertip point, so this is basically where the skin meets the nail, so it's just at the side of the fingertip, all the way along, just tap all the way along each of the fingers, and then back to the karate chop point. So that's the whole sequence, if you remember. Okay, so our topic tonight is going to be around the scales, obsessing over the number on the scales, how that makes us feel, and as I say, particularly obsessing with the number. Now, we've had contributions from Claire, Nikki and Joe today, so thank you all for those. It's been great. So we're just going to dive right into the tapping. So again, if you just follow along with me, just tap along with me, repeat after me, use your own words, and just echo what I say. Okay. So, deep breath. Even though the number on the scale controls me, I completely love and accept myself. Even though the number on the scale defines me, I completely love and accept myself. Even though the number on the scale rules me, I completely love and accept myself. If it's up by only a little bit, I want to die. I just can't cope. If I stay the same, then I'm still a failure. If it's lower minutely, it's like I ate too much. If it's lower, then that's okay, but only temporarily. That okay feeling never lasts. Now I want you to visualise standing on the scales, looking down at the number. Just imagine looking at the number on the scales and just feel all the emotions that you feel about that. You know, any guilt, any fear, anxiety, whatever it is. Okay. the number on the scales. Just want you to repeat after me again. The number on the scales. Keep visualizing, looking at the number. The number on the scales. The number on the scales. The number on the scales. It's never good enough. I never feel good enough. The scale is the one thing that I live by. And I look to it to hopefully tell me I'm good enough. But it never is. And I never am. It is never good enough. I am never good enough. It must be true because the scale tells me. The number on the scale controls me. It controls my day. It controls my mood. It controls what I'll wear. It controls what I'll eat. It controls how much I'll exercise. It controls where I'll go. It controls who I'll see. And it sets off other behaviours. All that just from one number. I let it affect every part of me. Every part of my day and my life. Why am I so determined to put myself through this? If I know it's not going to be a good outcome, why weigh myself? What am I hoping for? Even losing weight provides only temporary relief. So why do I need to punish myself? To keep torturing myself? It can't be to stay in control. Because I've just said that the number on the scales controls everything about me. I'm not in control at all. I have given away so much power to a number. Not even lots of numbers, but just one number. And what does that number really measure? What does it really tell me? If I had to analyse the results, what would my findings be? That I'm desperately unhappy, unable to live my life properly, living with fear and guilt, constantly punishing myself. I am worth so much more than that number. I am more than a number. I have more value than a number. I have so many qualities that simply can't be measured. I need to stop fixating on this number, knowing that it's not doing me any good, and it never will. Is this how I want to live the rest of my life? Being controlled by a number. The number isn't even the whole picture. It's not representative of me as a person. It's my eating disorder. It's like living in an abusive relationship. And I've stayed for years, hearing that I'm nothing without my eating disorder. Well, you know what? I'm not much with my eating disorder either. But I'll always be this way if I stay. But I can choose to be so much more. To enjoy life. To feel positive. To know that I am good enough. That's where I'd like to be. And I can get there. The number on the scales is only relevant if I say so. The number on the scales is only relevant if I say so. The number on the scales is only relevant if I say so. If I give it that power. I've chosen to give power to my eating disorder for so long. I've listened for so long, placed its importance high above mine in order for it to put me down. But no more. I can choose to knock it off its pedestal because I put it there. And I can take back my power and choose to be in control of myself. Now that might be scary, but I've got this great new tool to help me. Surely it's worth trying. What have I honestly got to lose? I've survived so much. I can do this. I want this. I need this. And I deserve this. I choose to feel calm. I choose to feel relaxed. I choose to feel at peace with myself and the number on the scale. It can't hurt me if I don't let it. It can't hurt me if I don't give it that power. It's me that's given it the power, and I can choose to take it back. I can use tapping to take it back. This will help me, and I don't even need to believe. I just need to keep tapping. Choose to feel calm and relaxed and at peace with myself. I've got this. Take a deep breath and let it go. Well done. Thank you so much for joining me. Claire, I think you stuck through the whole of that, so that's brilliant. I know this was really important to you, so I hope you found that beneficial again. Keep tapping on it, as I said, keep tapping at least a few times until we come back again tomorrow. And tomorrow we're looking at eating in public and also in front of other people. And I know that's a real issue as well. So I'll be interested. I'll be really looking forward to working through that with you as well. And if you have any comments about tonight's session or tomorrow, you got really emotional. Was it okay though, Claire? Are you okay? So yeah, tomorrow is about eating in public and in front of each other. So in front of others. So again, you know, that's a really good topic, I think, to cover. If you've got any issues just now, yes, that was great. That's really good. Glad you found it beneficial. And it is emotional. And the thing is, EFT, it stands for Emotional Freedom Techniques. So we want to bring up the emotions as long as they're not really overwhelming. We want to bring up those emotions so that we can tap on the meridian energy points to let go of those emotions, you know, hence emotional freedom techniques. But it really does work. But again, keep going with this. Don't just stop now, just keep going, keep going. Okay, and remember, the tapping can really help, but the real work is working on our mindset. You know, and because that's where permanent recovery becomes possible. You know, it's working on the negative beliefs that we have about ourselves, any past events that are still bothering us, that are keeping us trapped. You know, there's always sort of like a reason why we use an eating disorder, and often it's to, you know, because there's something that's happened in our lives that we feel that we can't cope with, we can't control. So we use those. We do that. So yes, it's about changing the mindset, and that's what really helps us. Again, post any further questions, any issues. I'll be posting about the topic that we're going to work on tomorrow morning. So please feel free to kind of like comment and give me some of your insights over that. Claire, you say you felt liberated. That's brilliant. Well, the thing is that I'm hopefully, the thing that I'm so passionate about is this is a self-help tool that you can use whenever you need to. You know, we've just done about scales, so there's nothing to stop you from every time you get that feeling, that kind of, right, I need to, you know, to go on the scales, I need to look at that number. Okay, start tapping. You know, start tapping, even though I feel like I need to get on the scales. You know, and you can just tap on how you feel and what, you know, the pull that you've got to get on those scales. Just, you know, keep going. You've got the recording now for this video, so keep going over the video if you want and just keep tapping through. But again, it's about feeling what you're feeling and then just keep tapping. Just keep tapping on any guilt, any fear, any anger, anything at all, any negative emotions that you're feeling. Just tap on them. Just tap on them. And it doesn't matter what the words are. I know I've got a lot of words, and you know, but it doesn't matter what the words are, because it's just whatever is true for you. It's whatever you're feeling. And imagine, I don't know, that you're talking to a friend and you're telling them about your day or how you feel about certain things and whatever. Just talk, you know, rant if you want. If you're angry, rant and tap. You know, it's just about getting it out and tapping and being free of all those negative emotions to just help you feel more calm and relaxed. So, thanks ever so much for joining me again. Claire, you are an absolute star. And really appreciate you being with me the whole of this time. I feel like, you know, I'm not on my own, just talking to myself, which is always great. Okay, I'll leave you with that. and lots of love, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right, take care. Bye.